You do not need to follow the news about Iran to feel this war. You are already feeling it every single time you fill up your gas tank, every time you buy groceries, every time you pay your electricity bill. This war is in your wallet, and here is exactly how much it is costing you. Before February 28, 2026, the day the United States and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury, the average American was paying $2.94 per gallon of gas. Today, that number is $3.58. That is a 64-cent jump in less than 3 weeks. And in California, drivers are already paying $5.34 per gallon. That does not sound catastrophic until you do the math. The average American household spends around $2,500 per year just on gas. A 60-cent increase per gallon means you are now spending roughly $400 to $500 more per year just to drive your car. That is money coming directly out of your pocket every single week. But gas is just the beginning. The reason this war hits your wallet so hard is a single narrow waterway, the Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the world's entire oil supply passes through that strait every day. Iran has effectively shut it down. No tankers are moving through, and that disruption does not just affect gas prices, it affects everything. Fertilizer, 1/3 of the global supply, travels through that same strait. Fertilizer prices are already climbing, and when fertilizer gets expensive, food gets expensive. Economists at Michigan State University are warning that if oil prices stay high for one more month, American grocery bills will start rising significantly. Every item that travels by truck, boat, or plane, which is basically everything you buy, becomes more expensive when fuel costs go up. And now your mortgage. Yes, your mortgage. Higher oil prices are already feeding into inflation fears. Mortgage rates are climbing again. The Fed is under pressure. Economists at Oxford Economics have calculated that in a worst-case scenario, if oil hits 140 per barrel, the United States could tip into a mild recession. Goldman Sachs is projecting crude oil averaging $98 per barrel through April. Here is the number that should stop you cold. The first week of this war cost American taxpayers $11 billion in direct military spending alone. That figure does not include the buildup of troops and warships that happened before the bombs dropped. And that number goes up every single day the conflict continues. Mark Zandi, the chief economist at Moody's, put it simply. He said, consumers are being hammered. He said, if oil stays near $100 per barrel, inflation will quickly accelerate, cutting into purchasing power, hitting spending, GDP, and jobs. And here is the political reality underneath all of this. A Pew Research poll taken before this war even started found that 68% of Americans were already very concerned about gas prices. Trump's approval on the economy was already under pressure. Now gas prices are 20% higher than they were 3 weeks ago. Economists are warning about recession, and the midterm elections are approaching. Trump has said publicly that rising oil prices are, quote, a very small price to pay for safety and peace. But the data suggests American families disagree because a 64-cent jump in gas prices is not abstract. It's $400 out of your budget this year. It's groceries that cost more. It's a heating bill that did not have to go up. The war in Iran may be happening thousands of miles away, but its cost is showing up right here, at the pump, at the checkout line, and in your bank account.